All right, let's see here. Good morning, Bishal. How we doing? Oh, I gotta respond to something quick. Let's get this. Want to go here. Great. Did we ever get this imported yesterday? Is it dot table? I forget. Schema. Is it just dot schema? Okay, so that looks like it worked. Feeling burnout since the last few weeks? Dude, burnout is not fun. What have you been working on that's causing burnout? Or actually, for me, burnout happens when I can't do work, or I do work that isn't meaningful. Like I can grind pretty hard on doing a lot of work and not get burnout. It's like when the work I'm doing isn't like meaningful or contributing in a positive way. What am I working on? So this is a database of premium domains and their prices. It is what partially backs our search here, right? So when this premium badge comes up, that data, some of that data is driven by this SQLite file. And today, actually yesterday, I replaced Bloom filters, a couple Bloom filters in the back end with this SQLite file, and now we are going to write the code to sync this SQLite file from an S3 bucket to local, parse it into a SQLite database, because it's actually stored as a CSV, and then re-upload it to a different S3 bucket. So we want to create an index on create index on domain. Why did that happen? Create index on domain name in table known premium domains SQLite 3. Dang it. Throw that in there. We can get rid of main. Do I have to select? Sorry, use.
Which app do you want to open?
I usually get burned out if the work I'm doing is either not meaningful or appreciated. Yep, exactly. Yep, that's when I have a tendency to get burnt out. So let's try known. Why would this work? Known premium domains. Select star from known premium domains limit 5. There's no such table. It did not actually create a file. Okay, so that's part of the problem. Create SQLite 3 table from CSV. The first row is headers. The data looks like that data is a sample from a CSV that is chunky AF. We need a script or .csv command to do it. Can't SQLite do this natively? Oh. That's annoying. All right. I thought I could Can you give me some tips for preparing for a remote job? Ooh, that's a good question. So I've been remote since 2017. Over communicate. That's the number one thing, is just like over communicate in public channels. And you have to be way more intentional about like reaching out and making relationships. To like just grab time to meet people. Yeah, you just have to like force communication because no one's gonna do it for you. That's like my biggest advice, I think. Do you prefer Kimmy over Claude? I've only used Kimmy in Writecast. I use Claude Code normally. Yeah, I love Effect. Of course. What up, Nightshade? All right. So I'm gonna go and I don't think we ever got around to putting this file in S3 yesterday. That's Raycast, Diz. Do you know Nightshade is a bot? Yeah. It's pretty obvious from day one. Let's go throw this file in a bucket. Ah, so bright. Can I not sign into my root user here? Let's see here. Why did I? Oh, right. I forgot how I set this up. I didn't want root. I wanted. We can just use budget sync for now. Thank you, Enrun. Appreciate it. We're actually doing a little bit of work on domain search right now. Ah, shit, my headphones just died. 1 second. I gotta go find another pair of headphones so I don't get DMCA striked. I will be right back. All right, let's see here. Sound output is you, input is that one. Let's try this again. There we go. Oh. All right. So let's back to getting this file in S3. We'll just throw it in this account. All right, let's gzip. Gzip. What was it? Output. let's move output to be premium list, and then let's gzip that. DJ isn't available. RIP. DJ can be hit or miss. Sometimes it's really good, and other days it just like repeats the same shit that I've been listening to way too often, and then it just makes me upset. All right, so let's see what size this is decompressed. So if we look at premium list, well, let's see, I guess, what it is zipped. Whoops. 81 megabytes? Is that true? Yeah, I guess that is right. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take 81 megs compressed. All right, so let's rezip that back up. And we're going to throw this in S3 quick. The other thing is we could try to use Terso. We could try Terso. All right, I have to think about what I need to happen here. So we have this endpoint. I don't have it in here. We have an endpoint to fetch a link to S3. And we need to fetch that file once a day. And we basically need to iterate over every row of that file, filter out the rows that are garbage, all right, let's start with getting this thing into S3. Actually, you know what we should do? We should how did I get that link yesterday? We might write some effect right now. Do I have a script here? Yeah, here we go. So if we run this, actually let's switch there. We'll quit here, vim into index. This should give us a link. So let's say we say bun index. That should give us a link. Yeah. That download URL. 47. It's good for 10 minutes. All right, I just want to see if I can rip this real quick. Let's say Claude. Sure. Write a script in TypeScript. Write a file in TypeScript to download. I don't know what they gave us. Grab that. To download the, what is it, a zip? Does it say the file type here? To download the zip file at this S3 bucket. It will decompress to having a large CSV. Is it possible to stream that file and not write to disk at all? Not really, Chris. No, I'm not scared of leaking anything. I have this plugin for NeoVim that will, anytime it detects what could be an environment variable, it'll blur it out. I've leaked before plenty of times, but, and the token that I'm using for this is it's like bound to my IP address, so even if I did leak this token, like nobody could use it except for me. All right, let's see what Claude cooked up here. So it's gonna get it. Yeah, let's see if it works. Fetches the zip file from S3, converts the response to a Node.js stream, uses the end zipper. Is the entire file ever in memory? It could be multiple gigabytes. More concerned about the command prediction in terminal leaking some old command run with secrets. Oh, I don't have anything super important on this computer. Create a readable string with a high watermark to control. No, we don't need to do that. All right, so the command we're gonna run is, what is the name of the file this thing just wrote? Download stream. That seems reasonable. So assuming this is actually writing to a file, what we'll do is we're going to convert this to effect.ts. And as this streams in, I don't know if you can catch that like third column here where it says like aftermarket or registration. We need to filter out everything that isn't registration. This is going to take forever. This is such a chunky file. Okay, we can just kill that. What is the date today? The 30th? Where does it write to? That's the other question. We can bun add dash d's nuts at type slash unzipper. Unzipper, I hardly know her. Yeah, plug in his cloak. Combination of Arc and Mac OS X. I don't think I've updated yet. Transform. Entry. We need to make one more change here. Can this stream and write to a SQLite DB in S3? Three. That would be sick. I don't know if that's possible. It's probably not. Yeah, we don't have. Yeah. DuckDB. Could use ZFS. Okay, so we do that. That makes sense. That makes sense. Columns that map. Okay, yeah, I see what's happening. All right, this seems reasonable. We'll end up converting this to effect. We want to go to GitHub. You can go to workflow. Let's go to packages, and then we want to go to platform. And we want to go look at, actually, they might have actual docs for this now. Do we even need, we just need streams. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Is serialized what we want? Or is backup? How do I save SQLite to disk? Okay, so we don't need to do that. All right, so we can, we're gonna write to, let's say this is gonna be test, and we'll grab that new, we'll grab a new link because it's probably expired. We'll put that into JQ. Dot select. What do we need? Whatever, I'll just grab this. All right, so as we're streaming, we want to come in here and we want to say process the stream. We have this node stream. I've just moved transform entry, pipeline the entry, parse the columns, CSV processor. We come in here and we want to say where are the values? Let's see here, row. And we want to say Actually, we can do this after the first row. And we can say if values dot at 2 does not equal registration, continue. Or I just, what's the next one? Callback? I guess we can return callback.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Minnie.
All right, let's test this. Bun stream. All right. Bun requires node module. How do I recompile this?
Dylan.
What?
Did you see it?
What? Buddy's just holding your wrist.
My scrunchie. He wants it so bad. He's mine, bud. You can't have it. Can I have my wrist back, please? No. It's mine. I need it. No. Drop.
How do I fix this?
Thank you.
This is so dumb. Bun, run, bun.
I can't reach you, my love.
All right, so I guess we can just replace Better SQLite 3 with this with Bun SQLite. See if that works. What do we have on this thing? Run. Cube.
Good fit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm leaving. I love you bunches.
I love you too.
I'll be home late tonight.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Belka also goes home at some point today.
What time?
I don't know yet.
All right, well, if I just call me.
I'll try. My phone goes on Do Not Disturb whenever I'm in the office.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Okay. You want me to shut this?
Yes, please.
You do have 2 golden retrievers though who are not moving.
That's fine.
Shut them in here?
Yeah. How do I get Better SQLite 3 working with Bun? You can't? How do I set journal mode and how do I set pragmas with Bun? Are you working on the same stuff you tweeted about recently? SQLite is cache? Yes. I'm working on the, I'm trying to figure out how I want to keep that database in sync and updated every day. Because right now it's manual and I need to have it not be manual. So we're working on trying the first thing I want to do is the for sure way to do it, which is going to be hold on here, I lost my train of thought. It's going to be streaming from S3 and then streaming back to S3. What's it say? How's it? I wish it would tell me the function to use that. So it's just run. Yeah, there we go. The other option we might play with is Terso, and then also possibly EBS with S3. All right, let's see how this goes. All right, this looks pretty good. Bodhi, you're okay. I wonder why that slowed down so quickly. You'll know Leo, Meta. What's up, Metame? Long time no see, buddy. Miss your face. Are we at, how many is that? 1 million? We gotta get to 17 million. There we go, that feels better. Make sure this isn't blowing up memory right now. Okay, so it seems like it genuinely is streaming. Bodhi. Okay, so let's check the size of this. Do-H, and this will be premium list, test, 1 gig. Can we vacuum it? What is the command to vacuum? SQLite vacuum command. tbexec vacuum. So if we do SQLite 3 premium list and we run a vacuum, see you, Meta. Miss you, buddy. So if we check the size now after we vacuum, okay, so that didn't make any impact whatsoever. Excellent. What if we come in here and we do select count from okay, this is not what I want. I guess it's premium list. Dot table. Dot tables. Dude, what is the freaking command? Dot help. Dot tables. Bro, that's what I typed. Premium list is describe dot schema premium list. Okay, so select count star from
Speaks the gospel of the camel.
premium list.
I speak the gospel of the dunes.
17 million
The
entries.
sand is in my veins. Come ride a
Yo,
camel with me
Mr. Wizard,
today.
thank you. 16 months. Appreciate you, man. All right, so we got 17 million rows. And we want to create our index. Where was our index? Is it still up here? Create index, domain name IDX on premium list domain name if not exists. it's, all right, create index if not exists, domain name, index on premium list, domain name. Thank you, appreciate it. All right, I'm interested to see how much space this index actually takes up. So if we can come in here and we can open another terminal. Now we can, the database was a gig before we did that. So it takes up 300 megs. And now let's try another vacuum. How to use vacuum correctly. All right, let's see if vacuuming made any difference whatsoever. No, it didn't. Great. And if we gzip it, what is the size? Gzip premium list test. The good news is, actually, I'm slightly confused here. Because output.csv should be the same size. Where the hell is output? What? Did we delete those files? Interesting. All right, what did that compress to at least? db dot 305 megabytes. Okay. Oh, I know why it's bigger in size. We actually don't need all the columns. We don't need. So let's update this stream. We're gonna rewrite this to effect in a second. But just we want to take let's rename this to, no, let's keep that there. We'll say this is going to be all columns, and then we'll say const columns is going to equal, the first one is going to be all columns dot at 0. That will be the name. All columns dot at, what data do we need? Do we have anything unzipped? Gunzip. We want to unzip the DB. And then we can actually close this. We'll SQLite. Actually, we can just head the premium list. We want domain name, registration type, and price. Actually, we don't even need the registration type. So we need column 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0 and 4 are the two columns we need. So that should cut down the size on the database significantly. So what would we say, 4? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. At 4. I don't know what's going on with my ish here. Oh, it's a Triangle Company domains dude guy. Can I? You're right, Boffy. You're totally right. So this would be domain name. It's just easier. We're gonna rewrite this anyways. I don't feel like going through and fixing this other code. So we do that. This is actually exec can be run everywhere we do that. Let's go ahead and here placeholders, values, and we'll do the same thing. This will be all values, and then we'll say const values equals all values dot at 0. Why is that happening, dude? All values dot at, is that still happening? Lewis snippet. Okay. I'm about to just get rid of that. I don't use my snippets ever. All right. So if we do that, let's clean up here. Remove premium. Let's just remove everything. All right. And then we need to get a new S3 URL to download. So let's grab that. That'll be bun index. Give us this guy, yoink that. Go back into here. And we're gonna go up here. I think tomorrow, chat, we're gonna start writing the blog post for how we made domain search so fast. All right, let's try running this in. Did we delete a console log? I swear this was like scrolling the console last time. Let's add some logging. Total rows, we do have logging. Let's say console.log all columns. And then we'll also log columns to make sure I did this correctly. 0. Was it at 4? Oh. Okay, it got there. So we do that. It feels like it's getting held up somewhere. Right? That's not today. Command update today, streaming SQLite, streaming CSVs from S3 to SQLite and back. I don't think this is doing anything, chat. What did I screw up here? Are these async or something? No, they're synchronous. Why? Is there a limit on how many times I can read this file? Okay. What'd we do wrong? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm so dumb, chat. So dumb. This should be all values. We are filtering every row. Because we... so stupid. And then this needs to be values. There we go. It's interesting it like slows down there at like 620,000. Getting my monads removed. Hold on here. I gotta scroll back up. Thank you, Mattia. You're right. I'm not reading chat. Let's go. Some Don Broco. Was meant to see them in December, but I'm going to be bedbound for 3 months after major surgery. Yeah, man. I hope your surgery goes well. We gotta, when we're in the UK, we gotta figure out if we can make it work to visit you guys. All right, this database should come out closer to like 750 to 800 megabytes after we add the index on domain name. Okay, buddy, I hear you crying back here. She left. She's not here. See? All right, 17 million rows. So annoying. All right, so if we come in here, let's check the size right now. 464 megabytes. That is significantly smaller. And the index should be the same size, right? Because it's an index only on the domain name, and we said it was 300 megs before, which checks out that I would expect about 750 megs. So if we do this and create index if not exists domain name index on premium list domain name. First try. I told Beth I'm going to recreate this bit from It's Always Sunny. Tell Beth she better record it if you do. All right, so we have that, and let's vacuum. I don't think I really need to vacuum here, but we'll do it anyways. Okay. So we do that, and we want to check the file size now. 816 megabytes. This is what I would expect. And then one thing we could also test right now is Terso. Let me go grab Terso creds quick. And we'll see how long it takes to stream this thing to Terso and back, because that might be easier than using SQLite 3. Or than S3. Let me jump over to my Terso. It'd be funny, we would just be using Terso for syncing and not like actual reads and writes, just getting a SQLite database onto disk. I would like to use Terso more seriously, but I have to figure out read-write semantics. How do I get to the dashboard? Brother, that's me. I am the person that manages this. What? Once again, I have to get my permissions expire. Annoying. Hodl. What is that thing we use? Lumos? Vercel Labs. All right, hopefully I should get this pretty quickly. Should be an auto approve. All right, so I should have got permissions. Let me get my Twitch chat back up. Manage. That's what we were looking for. Great. I want to grab these two. And while we're still blurred, do I have two windows open? I need another window. I lost my Twitch chat. Bro, listen. I did pretty good driving over there. All right? I did pretty good driving. I had one little kerfluffle where I made a left-hand turn out of... I left-hand turned into the right lane as an American would, and it was fine. Wasn't a big deal. Everything else was good, and I was driving stick, and I haven't driven stick for like, I don't know. Oh, that's not really fair because like once you know how to drive stick, it's like riding a bike. But still, I don't remember where we were. Somewhere in the Cotswolds. All right, I'm still blurred. Let me go dump these in here. Export that. Export that. All right, got our Terso tokens. All right, let's learn how to use Terso. Close that. I get 25 million writes a month. Let's see here. Maybe that's not what we want. Hold on, chat. I have to check one more thing here. Terso pricing. Total rights plus $1 per million. That'd be better to do that. All right, I have to go reset up a database real quick. Back to Vercel. Dude, the Cotswolds are beautiful. Vercel Labs. Storage. Terso. I can delete this. Settings. Delete database. One second, chat. I'm just in dashboards I can't show at the moment. We want to go to US West 1. And we want to do monthly rows written. Monthly rows written, we only get 100 million. $1. And how many reads do we get? 22.5 billion reads. Okay, that's a little bit better. Let me think about how I want to do this. I have a question. How does SQLite insert? Does SQLite support insert if not exists type functionality? Will number 2 execute only a read before write and not perform a write if the entry exists? I think we can make this work. All right, actually we might be good. I'm gonna set up this one, and this will be domains search cache create. We're back. We're so back. The overlay is hiding stuff because I have stuff that I can't show right now on screen, but I'm almost done. Vim.mvarc export. All right, right quit all. dir and allow. Okay. I can bring us back. We're so back. Yeah, I know. All right, so let's see. I want to do terso here. No, take me to the docs. I want to go to the docs, please. Documentation. Yes. And we want quick start, bindings, JavaScript. All right, so let's try this. Bun I. We could probably just use straight up libsql, but whatever. And then let's say touch terso .ts vim into terso, and we're going to just yoink this. Creates a new database connection. We probably want to do, I think we want create client. What does this give us? So that's straight just SQLite. I want over here, we want this guy. Yeah, this is what we wanted instead. How do they not have bun here? Maybe it's because they kind of compete with bun, maybe? Since bun has its own bindings, I don't know. About to open up a pull request and add bun. All right, so we can come here and we can do, basically want this. We can just do the old bang. And what are our other options here? Concurrency, read your writes. I do want to play around with the offline mode. URL is actually going to be file : do I need the slashes? I think this is in there. This is the feature I really care about right here, is embedded replicas. This is the dopest thing about terso. File is going to be ./premium list test db, and then sync URL is going to be process.env.terso, what do we call it? MRC terso database URL. The real test here is if I can write a query to, well, it's going to be a measure if terso counts, this one as a write on the cases where this isn't true. That's going to decide whether or not I can keep experimenting with terso. Yeah, I'm still using Arc. I tried to use Helium the past 2 days, and like Arc spaces, if, if Helium could ship spaces that work like Arc, like I don't even care about the sidebar. Like I really do not care about the sidebar, but spaces is the killer feature for me. Being able to have different Chrome profiles just in the same window is the thing I need. What up, Vers? All right. And then we can do like, let's call this DB. DB. And let's say DB dot execute. And let's just do a select. I don't know if this is going to hit local first. Let's actually set offline to true, because they should end up treating it just like SQLite. Select count star from premium list. And we'll console log that. Is this a promise? It is. And bun has top level await, so we can do that. So let's try running bun terso. DB file exists, but meta file does not. We probably have to do some sort of like init. All right, so you're gonna have to do premium list, and then once pragma journal mode wall. Great. Brew install. Let's see here. All right. So then we can do, let's go back. We're authenticated. I'm gonna blur my screen quick. Terso auth login. Terso, who am I? Auth, who am I? I don't know if that's right. Hold on, chat, I have to do some auth stuff here. Terso org list. Okay. So that's what I want. I want to go. I can't see. LVC is the org I want. Terso org switch. Okay, that looks good. And should actually be okay to unblur here. Famous last words. We can group, create, manage databases, dev, create group for databases with shared location, plan, quick start, relax. So we probably want DB. There's probably a list under here. Yeah, so Terso DB list. Yep, okay. Okay, that's what we want. All right, let's get back to the migration docs. Embedded replicas, migrate to Terso. Yeah. So then we can do Terso DB import. Let's do a help quick group. Move. Let's rename this because I don't know what they're gonna. Premium domain list to premium domain list. .db. And let's rename this to known premium domains. And then we'll do Terso DB import known premium domains. If I could tab. All right. We should see a bunch of writes coming in right now. We should end up with like close to 17 million writes. I use fish. All right, so we can danger, whatever, that's fine. All right, there we go. Look at that, beautiful. Does this have the indexes? Let's play around with the dashboard here. Let's say SQLite command to list indexes on a table. So let's do that. We'll come over here. We'll drop that. Okay, so we do have the index there. Great. Known premium domains, analytics. I'm gonna guess that this is not caught up. Unless that didn't count as a So the thing I want to do now is I want to update our streaming thing. So let's grab this and let's go over to our stream, and I want to throw this in, and I want to get rid of, I don't know, we're shadowing. Create client. We can get rid of this DB. We already know those are set. DB dot execute, and that's a promise. And we can batch larger too. So let's say this is execute, and we'll do a wait. I guess this has to be async. Prepare, what is this going to be, statement? Does libsql not have prepared statements? How does that work? This is how they do it. Yeah. So this will be we change this to db dot execute, and this will have a SQL, and this will have this. Yank around that, paste. Nope. Yoink. Paste that there. And then we have args is going to be actually, we just need this here, and this will be that, and we can get rid of you. That's insert statement. Yep, okay. Insert a batch. For values, what does this end up being? Add row to batch, row batch. Mm-hmm. So we can do db.batch. So it takes a bunch of statements. We also need that other this one. That's our actual statement we need. So we'll say const statement, drop that in there, paste that there. I don't think this is going to auto format because that would be way too convenient. Yeah, of course not. So we can bump that over, bump that over, bump that over, bump that over, one more, bump that over. Where did that... Insert into table name. Table name, and this would be this part. Domain name, where table name, domain name equals placeholder. All right, we're just gonna have Kimmy K2 do this. Update the first statement to insert like the second statement, but keep the conditions in the first. E.g., only write if the domain name does not exist. Yeah. Perfect. All right, we got that. Insert into table name, select placeholders. I don't think we need placeholders. This doesn't seem right. Right? That seems like a bug. Wait, break this down for me.
Functions describe the
Where
world.
does the created at column go for inserting? Ah, okay. Okay. So then say use libsql TypeScript client to execute this, given the data is domain name, price, and the table name is known premium domains. Okay. That seems reasonable. Let me triple check our table names so we don't end up writing to some non-existent table. Edit data, database schema, premium list is the. So then we can come down here and we can do db.batch. And the statements, in fact, we can just do for const batch row of row batch. We can do const promises, empty array there, and we can do const promise is equal to db dot execute, and it'll be statement, and the args are going to be all values dot at 0 and all values dot at 4, and then again yank to there. Where did statement go? What? Is that not in scope? What scope is this in? Ah. This needs to...
Functions describe the world.
go here, I guess. How did I screw this up? Let's go back and like look here. All right, this is all messed up. So the insert statement is in here. How does that get referenced? So it should be fine. It's in scope. Maybe? Or was it a let? It might have been a let. It was a let. Knew it. Knew it, chat. It's a freaking let. And then this goes up. Oh. We go here. Boom. Okay. This is going to be insert statement. What are you upset about? Thank you for the follow, Aswa and Radu. Appreciate y'all. DevNull truly is the most web scale. So we can go call, this is actually going to be a string. And we can just do one of these. Statement string args What is this doing wrong here? Squeal? Oh, it's squeal, not statement. This is squeal. Still upset. Squeal string args. Gave the following error. Type of squeal string args unknown is not assignable to parameter. How and why? I actually don't know what is wrong here. All right, chat, we're gonna get this. Row 0, row 1, row 0. All right. And we can just do promises dot push. Let me check my calendar quick. Make sure, yeah, I got a little bit of time left. Promises dot push promise. And we can do that. Really what we should do is we should use the batch. The batch is going to be better. So if we do db.batch, this takes an array for row of row batch. And that becomes a string values. Let me go type this thing so it's not as confusing. All right. Actually, this is a number, to be honest. All right, I don't even care. It's fine. To test. So we have this row, which is a string. Let's say const of batch. Really, we should do this up above, right? Row batch should really be something like const. This should have squeal, which is going to be insert statement, and then args is going to be this thing. And we throw that there. And we can say we'll replace row with values. And then this is going to be const row, I guess. Row batch. Or entry. I don't know. What do you call an individual item of a batch? A batchum? And then let's take this, put that in there, and we'll just go grab the type here, which is an in statement. And we'll go to row batch. I'll change this type to in statement. Do that, and then row is going to be this. And really, we don't need this for loop anymore. We can do this, and we can say await batch, get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of this, change this to row batch, and that should be good on types. Boom. Const values of row batch. I think we can do the same thing here. Make this async. Get rid of that. And let's see if we're feeling lucky. All right. $403 forbidden. Excellent. Oh right, we need a fresh S3 link. So yoink that. I should just build that into this test script. Where is this? All right. Do we have logging? I don't even know if we have logging. It's possible. Actually, this would make sense that we're not having any successful writes because they should all be in the database. Because this is possible. This is doing the right thing here. And the way we can test this is we can grab this and go to our little Terso test script, and we can come in here and we can do that. That's a good test. We can get rid of offline. Whoops, I just totally lost my copy over here. Yoink that. And then go back to Terso, and we can say const statement equals this. Throw that in there. Fix that. Move that back over. And table name is going to be, we can just put this as a string premium list. We can change in this. This will be domain name. And what do we have it as over here? Price. Thank you. Appreciate it. Price. Select. Question mark, question mark. And then we can do db.execute. Squeal will be the statement. Args will be, let's just quit out of that. And we'll grab one that's in there for sure. Yeah, we can run that. Premium list. So we'll get home insurance.uno. Can I copy that? Why is it so impossible to copy? So we'll say view in brackets, surround with that. And then 1250 dot, I should really run a migration and make those numbers and not strings, but whatever. Const result 1 equals that. And we'll do like a little dot catch and a console.error on there. And then we'll do the same thing. And then I know for a fact we'll put one in there that is not going to be Dylan is dot online. And we'll just say 69, 69. And then we'll log both of these. And this should give us a test on if our right block is working. So 1 and result 2. And we can run terso, run terso. Okay. I actually have no idea what just happened here. It wants 3 args? Wait, what? Oh, you're right. Thank you. Did this one work? Actually, let's run this first. I don't think that worked. Oh, it's because it's that. That's why, chat. All right, DB. It should. Known premium domains. We have all the files here. Do I have to sync it first? Local state is incorrect, but metadata file does not. It's the sound of my actual keyboard. I don't understand what's not working here. Is that running and just taking a hot moment? All right, so it's just like struggling. I don't understand. We should be able to do this, and then we should be able to come up here and do this. All right, now it's syncing live. Frame sync, frame number. Do dash, hold on. Remove, I want to remove everything there. Select star from premium list, limit 5. I'm so confused of what's happening right now, chat. Like, genuinely very confused. I want to delete this one. Terso db destroy. Yes. All right. That should like clear that up. And like we should have like select star from premium list if we do like limit 5. All right, there we go. That looks good there. And now let's remove all of these and we'll run a sync again. Unauthorized. I wonder if I have just like the wrong token here. I don't know, chat. We'll figure this out tomorrow. I gotta bounce though. So let's find somebody to raid. This seems like it could be promising, but we'll see. We will raid Janet. All right, y'all. Have a great Tuesday.